Hey guys, Jared here, and today we're going to check out the Motospeed CK108 mechanical RGB keyboard from Gearbest. I'm also running a giveaway for 2 of these keyboards, so stick around to the end for details on that. Alright, so full disclosure before we begin. This keyboard was sent over from Gearbest.com a few weeks ago. They're a Chinese company, which is where Motospeed sell their products. I chose this keyboard as it had a high rating on the website, and I was interested to see what you'd get out of a $59 RGB mechanical keyboard. Inside the box we have the manual, a keycap remover, a wrist rest, and the keyboard itself. The keyboard weighs in at around 960 grams and is 44 centimeters in length, 14.8 centimeters in width, and 3.4 centimeters high. It's a standard full-size keyboard with numpad included. There's nothing on the left, right, or front sides, while the top obviously has the keys. The back only has the non-removable cable, which connects with a USB Type-A port. It's plug and play and will start working straight away. The cable's 1.6 meters long with no braiding. The body of the keyboard is made out of black plastic, with a brushed aluminium panel on top, which I think looks quite nice. For something I was always touching, no fingerprints actually showed up. On the bottom there are 4 rubber feet, which do a really good job at making sure the keyboard doesn't move around while in use. Towards the back are 2 extendable rubber feet, which can be used to rise the back of the keyboard up slightly. The keycaps are ABS, so they're made of plastic and have the letters cut out to allow the lighting to shine through. Some of the keys, like the function keys, also have symbols printed on them, so I would expect these to rub off over a longer period of time. And it's also worth noting that you won't see these in a dark room, as the lighting won't shine through here. I found the keycaps were mostly smooth to the touch, with a subtle light grippy matte texture to them. Over the past couple of weeks, I've found the keyboard comfortable to type with. The blue Otomu switches are nice to press, clicky, but fairly noisy. Here's what they sound like to type with. For comparison, here's what my Philco Ninja keyboard with cherry brown switches sounds like. While this isn't a perfect test, hopefully it gives you at least some idea of what to expect. This was my first experience using Otomu switches, rather than cherry switches, and I was pretty impressed. I've read many accounts online of people actually preferring them to cherry switches, but in the end it's all personal preference. The CK108 keyboard is also available with black Otomu switches, so you can pick the ones you prefer to type with. Keys can be removed with the included keycap remover, allowing you to clean the base of the keyboard or otherwise replace the keycaps. I didn't find the remover tool to work as well as others I've tried in the past, but it got the job done, and it's not like you'll be doing this very often anyway. As mentioned, the keyboard also comes with a wrist rest, which is made out of a hard black plastic. It clips into the front of the keyboard and won't fall out. I'm not personally a fan of keyboard wrist rests, so I didn't really use it, but it's there if you want it. There's no mention of N key rollover, it's just noted that you can press multiple keys at once. Under testing, I was able to press as many keys as possible and still have them all recognized though, so I can't see that being an issue. The function keys can be pressed in combination with the function button to perform the following actions, which worked well as quick shortcuts. Finally, let's take a look at the available lighting effects. These can be changed directly on the keyboard itself with no need for additional software by pressing the function key with any of these 6 keys 3 different times to cycle through all 18 built-in effects. The function key plus delete key will change between these 3 effects. The function key plus insert key will change between these 3 effects. The function key plus end key will change between these 3 effects. The function key plus HM key will change between these 3 effects. The function key plus PD key will change between these 3 effects. And finally, the function key plus PU key will change between these 3 effects. The effects can be further customized. For example, the function key and left arrow key will reverse the direction of the effect. The function key with the right arrow key will change the color of the effect, while the function key with the up or down arrow key will change the brightness of the effect between 5 different levels. And the function key with the plus or minus keys will increase or decrease the speed of their effect respectively. You can also customly select the color of each individual key by pressing function and the tilde key. In this mode, the tilde key will flash with the color that acts as the color that you want to apply. For example, we can see it's showing a particular color here, and if we select another key, it will make that key the same color. We can then press the function and right arrow key to change the color of the tilde key, which we can then apply to selected keys. Once you're done customizing, simply press the function and tilde key to save the changes. Finally, you can reset the keyboard to defaults if you make any mistakes by pressing function, escape, F1, F3, and F5. Although not mentioned in the manual, there is a driver that you can download from Motospeed's website. It lets you change the effects and colours in the same way previously shown, just through software instead, which may be a bit easier. You can also set custom macro key combinations, and you can save up to 3 different profiles of settings. Overall, I really enjoyed typing with this keyboard. The keys feel great to press, if a little loud. The keyboard feels solid and it has a nice clean metallic look to it, and there's lots of customizations you can make with the lighting as shown. From what I can tell, you're getting a fair amount of premium features in a mechanical keyboard at the sub $60 price point, but 2 lucky winners will be able to find out for themselves. As after a couple of weeks into testing the keyboard out for myself, GearBest reached out and asked if I wanted to do a giveaway for 2 of the CK108 keyboards. There's a link down in the video description to enter. Basically, you can get entries by subscribing to the channel or following on Twitter. The giveaway will close in 1 week from when this video was posted, so on the 29th of November at 11:59 PM GMT. So sign up before then for a chance to win one of these keyboards. So what did you guys think about the CK108 mechanical RGB keyboard from Motospeed? I'm quite impressed with this keyboard, especially considering the price when comparing it to my more expensive mechanical keyboards. Let me know what you thought down in the comments, or leave a like on the video if you found the information useful. Or I guess a dislike if you hate free things. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for future tech videos like this one.